Just 16 days after 8-year-old Paul Jepson vanished from his family's truck, on October 28th, 1950, the Triangle would claim its final victim. This is the case of Frida Langer, but her case is different from the others because she would become the only Triangle disappearance victim whose body was ever recovered. Frida Langer was 53 years old and an experienced outdoorswoman from North Adams, Massachusetts, who knew the Somerset Reservoir area fairly intimately. She wasn't a tourist stumbling into unfamiliar territory or an inexperienced hiker making some bum-ass amateur mistakes. The Langer family maintained a cabin on the shores of the Somerset Reservoir and had been making annual camping trips to the area for years. So familiar with this area. Frida was married to Max Langer, and together they represented the ideal Triangle search scenario. They were regular visitors with extensive familiarity with the terrain. They were camping at an established location rather than wandering randomly through the wilderness, and they had family members who could provide immediate witness testimony about the circumstances of their disappearance. If any Triangle case could have been solved through conventional search methods, this should have been it. Herbert waited for Frida to rejoin him, and when she didn't appear, he returned to the camp to check on her progress, and Frida had never arrived back at camp. What followed was the ultimate test of search and rescue capabilities in the Triangle area. This case had every advantage that previous searches had lacked: a known exact starting point, a clear intended destination, optimal weather conditions, immediate family witnesses, and soft ground that could preserve tracks perfectly. After Frida was officially declared missing, there was a pretty large search response like the other victims of the Triangle history. Unfortunately, and somehow, the search found nothing left behind for Frida. No tracks beyond the stream where Frida had fallen, no clothing scraps caught on branches, nothing, man. No signs that she had passed through the forest between the incident site and the campsite, no sign back at camp. Professional search teams covered the straightforward route extensively and found nothing. They found nothing that showed Frida had ever attempted to return to camp. The soft ground conditions that should have preserved clear footprints showed no trace of her passage. It's almost like she ceased to exist. Then 7 months later, on May 12th, 1951, a regular-ass hiker discovered her body near the eastern branch of Deerfield River, and that transformed the Triangle mystery from an unexplained disappearance to a forensic nightmare. Frida became the only Triangle victim whose family actually received definitive confirmation of death and then a subsequent burial, but her discovery raised even more questions